Hey, thank you for coming yesterday to the masterclass and thank you for watching this video. So as I promised, now I'm gonna go through the Google form that you compiled yesterday, and I'm gonna share with you some insights that I can get from this data. So let's dig into it. You can see here, so we got 54 responses. Now, I don't know exactly how many people we had yesterday. I guess it were like in the 70s or something like that. But anyway, 54, it's very good. I would say it was quite good engagement. So now you see my customer persona for yesterday's event was business owners and marketers, and you see that we had 66.7% of people in the audience. So I would say that I was on target with this kind of customer persona. That was really successful. Plus, some of these belong anyway to these categories, even if they specified a little bit better what is that they do. So this was kind of good, successful. Then what do you make? So a lot of people are engaging in social media posts. So if you are one of these, just remember what I said about not creating content on social media, but share it to social media. Okay, so you have to create content on your platform, and then you can share it wherever you want. So the concept is that you don't want to build your house on the land of someone else. Okay, if Facebook shuts down, your business goes with it. So if you have the content on your website instead, you're always up. Okay, so that's the concept. Plus, if you build your own email list instead of relying on Facebook to keep you in touch with the contacts, then you have the ownership of the relationship with the user. Okay, you can use the email whenever you want. You can always reach them. Facebook, you never know what's going to happen. Then here at 24 as blog post on my website, which is really good. And then somebody's making guest blog posts. Then video content, I see that somebody's making video content. This is really good. And if you make video content, consider repurposing. Okay, so consider making a blog post out of it at the very least. And if you make a blog post, consider making checklist out of it. So you have different options for repurposing. Now, somebody's make a live video on Facebook. This is very good. Live video is the future. So if you don't do live video, you have to consider it. And if you are already doing live video, I would suggest you to try YouTube. Why? Because Facebook is great because for the immediate engagement. The problem with Facebook is that after a short while, the video goes lost in the feed and people don't see it anymore. While on YouTube, it stays there. As I said yesterday, YouTube is a discovery platform, so videos are there to be found. If your video is good, it will rank. So it is much wiser to build an audience on YouTube than building an audience on Facebook with video. Okay, so you want to have your videos, live videos on YouTube. So try to make live videos even there and grow your audience on YouTube. Then I would go here, and so we have I came because, and this is interesting because most of you came from the topic, for the topic, which is good. It's really good. It means the topic is a topic of interest, and this is good information also for Spring Hub. Other good piece of information is that only 7.4% of people came for me. So it means that actually yesterday I grew my audience because most of you didn't even know me. That's good. And the same we can say of Spring Hub, because only 3.7% of people came for Spring Hub. So that's amazing, I would say. I mean, we both, me and Spring Hub, grew our reach yesterday with this event thanks to the topic. That's really cool. and then 20% of people came for word of mouth. I suppose this is more Facebook, like we are proposed events from the feeds of our friends on Facebook, and we tend to just say, I go there, I'm interested. And now this is the question I asked, the open question, which is the most important one in the survey, and I'm gonna talk about this right now. And I'm gonna open a spreadsheet, so I'm gonna click on this icon here, and this will create a spreadsheet, and we are going to analyze all these answers in a spreadsheet so that we can make sense of them. So I'm gonna click here, and it will open another window. You have all the answers to every question, and you see we get all together 54 plus 1. And so timestamp, then we have I make, and some just clicked on the checkbox, and some just use the other option and they detail a little bit more what they do. I'm going to focus on this column here that contains the biggest struggle. Now, as you can see, some wrote a few words and some wrote quite a long sentence. So one way to handle this kind of data is to assign kind of score to the phrase. So longer phrases, they have more importance because the user has more pain. Somebody that writes a long sentence is driven by higher motivation. Somebody that writes just 2 words has a smaller pain. So you want to consider that while you are evaluating your answers. So what you can do, you can write here len, which gives you the length of the string, then you just put this, and this is in characters, the length of the string, and then we copy this formula down, and now we can sort this, the entire sheet. Actually, we can sort it, data, sort range by column F, and descending. So what we get is here, now we have all the questions which are sorted by length, and you can now start to see, well, what's up with the answers. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm going to review all these answers and group them in topics. So to do this, I better create another sheet and copy the column in here. It's easier to handle. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to move around these answers and group them. So this is what I came up with. What you see here are the same answers that you have here, just grouped into different topics, and I got the topics by just reading these answers. So the score here is the sum of the length of each individual answer, and I moved this topic so that the most requested is at first. So you see, a lot of people ask for know-how related questions. Then we have ideas, topics, keywords, SEO, and niche that they want to identify. Then many ask about engagement, audience building, hacks to make things like to improve the conversion rate, to spend less. There is too much information online, so how do you fix these things? And then how do you measure? And then last is sales. And it makes sense that sales is last because as we discussed, content marketing is not oriented to sales. Sales is an outcome of content marketing. So now what do I get from here? Point is that if you make this kind of survey with your clients, you can understand really which are the biggest pain points they have. Now, if I were to organize another masterclass on this topic, I know exactly how to structure it. I have to address the know-how first in a large chunk of time, and then I have to explain how to get ideas, topics, keywords, and so on. I did it yesterday, but it wasn't too technical on this part. Perhaps it is good to go a little bit more in technical details, which is something I'm gonna do in the workshop, the copywriting workshop. So if you're interested, you can join for that. Then yes, engagement. And I think perhaps the structure of my next masterclass on this topic should be limited to these three. So I will be leaving out this, and I can even measure, for example, so that the sum of all these topics is 2,479, and if I take just these three, I'm covering 1,008. So I'm going a little bit mathematical here. 171, was it, divide the 2,479. I'm covering 72% of your needs with just these three topics. So you see, this is a way to quantify the needs of the audience and to satisfy them at the best of your capacity with the best use of your resources. Okay, so you are not wasting time, you are not wasting money, you maximize the impact of your efforts. So I hope this video clarifies a little bit how do I use the survey and the value you can get out of it, and how to use the engagement with your audience to get out useful information that you can use to create your content and to improve your product. Now, if you have any other question about this or other things in your business related to content creation, related to SEO or email marketing, or even product development, you can just send me an email. Email address is here. And other than that, if you want to join the workshop, the SEO Copywriting Workshop, just do so by subscribing at the link in the description below. So thank you again for being at the masterclass yesterday and for watching this video. You can have a look at the other videos on my channel, and that's all for this one. Take care. Thanks. Bye.